What the f is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the f is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
Them 200 boys repping, logging in from the trap. Better log in, huh?
All right, let us know. Let us know in the chat if you could hear us. Our volume should be up and running now. Let us know. Let us know in the building. You already know. Little Grifo, Haters Only Podcast, episode 12. Let us know. Reaper A18, what's up, my boy? You go ahead and give me the green light since you already know you're a regular in here. Yeah, we can hear you. All right, we're good. All right, we're going to go live in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, there we go. Now we fucking officially on. All right, so check this out. Haters Only Podcast, episode 12. We got San Diego in the motherfucking building. Little Grifo. Say what's up to everybody, my boy.
What's up with it?
All right, once again, shout out to our sponsors, Clean Ass Kicks. If you want some fucking fire ass shoes, some shit you can't find in the streets, some shit you can't find at the local swap meet, go over to Clean Ass Kicks at Clean AZKICKZ. Let them know that Blue Devil from the TheHaterWorld sent you.
I think that fool just followed me way.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, he follows all the people that come up here and he blesses them. So you might be next.
I got the pantuflas on. I need some ranflas on.
There you go. No house shoes in the day room, my boy.
Hey, unless you got the what's it called
Unless you got the unless you got the you know what. Check this out. For those that are new or not following us on our clips page, click the link that's pinned up on top. That link right there takes you to our clips page, and that's where we post every podcast, every reaction. We chop it down to the most important parts. So make sure you follow, or you hit or take a picture of the QR code. That motherfucker will take you to all the links that we have. All right, once again, Haters Only Podcast, episode 12, Sunday. Little Grifo, how we doing, my boy?
Shit, fool, just chilling with.
How was the drive?
It was cool, fool. You know, kicked it with the homies real quick down the street.
You coming from SD?
Yeah, I came from SD.
Hey, I'd be surprised how many motherfuckers still live in their area, bro. Cause every time the artist comes, they'll show me the little map how far it is, and I'm like, damn, you motherfuckers still live in the hood.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
Before we start, this is a podcast, so it's not an interview, just to let you know. You know, it's not an interview. You can look at me, you can look at the screen, you can interact with the chat. There'll be a gang of motherfuckers in there talking shit about you. A lot of motherfuckers showing love. So, you know, we just up here to have a good time. That's all it is. But to start it off, though, let them know where they can find you on social media.
Little Grifoso. Little Grifo or whatever, you know, you can find me on that shit.
Instagram, Twitter, all that shit?
Yeah, Little Grifo.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Got him.
What's the deal?
Hey, so check this out. I start off with these two questions just to get the vibe going, right? Are you a Chicano rapper?
Nah,
What do you label yourself?
I'm just an artist. I'm a rapper.
Just street rap.
I just a hood rapper. Street.
Have you ever been titled a Chicano rapper or put in that fucking box?
Yeah.
How you feel about that shit?
Shit, I don't care. I'm a Chicano at the end of the day. So I mean, shit, you ain't really saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right. So since you said you're a Chicano, the next question is: are you Mexican or are you Latino?
shit, I'm Raza, fool. I'm Mexican with, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so your family goes back to Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I live my hood's like I could throw a rock to Tijuana.
Yeah, I know how close that is. How's that been living so close to Mexico?
I mean, it's the same shit, fool. You know what I'm saying? Wait, no man's like, you know, a lot of fools just slanging this shit. A lot of fools getting robbed for Holly, bullshit like that. Like, I grew up with that shit like going on around me. You know, like real nautical shit like that. Like,
You could throw a sock with a rock and some fatty over the border.
damn near, fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you lived there your whole life?
My whole life, or that or like juvenile hall, growing up in the halls and shit like that. You know, so
Yeah. So born and raised in SD. What part of SD?
Palm Avenue.
So those that don't know San Diego, like myself,
Yeah.
explain what.
So
what
Palm
that is.
Avenue is the south side. You know, like LA, you got, you know, Southeast LA, you got West LA, you know, so Palm Avenue is Southside San Diego. So Southside San Diego to LA would be like East Los. So we don't have no black barrios in Southside San Diego. We don't have no black barrios. It's just raza. And then once you go to like Southeast San Diego, you got like Logan Heights, you know, Sherman. But then those barrios, they're integrated with the Morenos. So, you know, so it's like South Central is Compton and all that stuff. That's like Southeast San Diego, you know, like to break it down like that and shit.
Gotcha. That makes sense, bro. Because like, I've been to San Diego, it's just passing, going to Tijuana, but never really been to San Diego to understand how that shit is. So that makes perfect sense.
No, yeah.
For those that don't know. But talking about San Diego, is it very different from Los Angeles living?
I mean, shit. I feel good when I'm in LA. I feel like there's a lot of shit going on. You know, there's a lot of more shit going on than SD. But I mean, SD, if you're not from there, then it's like you don't really have shit, you know?
So you got to be from San Diego to understand and know, like, where shit's popping at?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or just come on vacation and shit and just do that tourist shit.
Got you. Yeah. Well, the people that I know that go there, they go to, you know, check out the ocean and, you know, shit like that, right? Is that what tourists do when they go there?
Yeah.
I got
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Yeah, SeaWorld.
The zoo.
The zoo. Yep. Facts. Talking about Chicano rap and music and shit like that, when did you start doing your music? Where'd you come from as far as like when you got into the rap game and, you know, what made you do that shit?
Shit, I started rapping when I was like 12 years old. I was in the halls beating on the tables and shit. Just writing raps and shit like that. I got out from the halls probably like 15 or some shit, try to do a little hood rap. You know, the regular shit. You know, the homies bumping it. You know, shit like that. And I ended up getting locked up again. Got out again and shit. And then the song that I left, it was popping. Even the Enemigas were bumping it.
Yeah.
So fucking, you know, it just left me with like, you know, I just had to go for it.
So to me, it sounds like the ordinary Chicano, Hispanic growing up. I was 12, I went to jail, or, you know, I was doing it for the homies, and that's how it kicked off.
Yep.
Same
shit.
Were you banging before you were rapping?
Of course.
Or did it come at the same time?
Nah, I was getting banging before, right?
Before. Hey, some people get off the porch late. Some people get off the porch early. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've heard people, you know, get into gangs when they're 20s, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, 22. Some motherfuckers get in when they're 8, 9. You know what I mean? So you just never know nowadays, bro. We live in a time now where motherfuckers 30 trying to join a gang.
Palabra, that shit crazy.
You know, back in those days when you started rapping, you said you were what, 12? What years were those? Were those like 2010, 2012, or before that?
I don't even remember, but I know I did a song like in 2006.
2006?
2006.
God damn.
Yeah, and then I got locked up. I didn't get out till like.
So you've been around for a while then.
You could say that and shit, but like I wasn't really like, you know what I mean, doing anything crazy. I was just in the cuts, you know, with the homies and shit like that. Like I wasn't really like rapping and shit. And when I started rapping, like San Diego didn't really have nobody really rapping like that. Like Shadow and everybody, Little One already kind of like they died out and shit like that. We didn't have none of these little new fools and shit that be rapping like the Morenos. We didn't have none of them out. We just had nobody really.
Well, you can say that they weren't popping because I know Shadow and Little One and Night Owl, they've been around. They're still around. You know what I mean?
No,
but,
yeah.
But I don't think they were making noise from like 2005 to like 2008 maybe, were they?
Nah, yeah, for longer than that.
You know, because I know they were hot in the early 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they were to me, like, that's the originator of rap. It comes from San Diego.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gangbanging to that shit. I wouldn't really bump nobody but like Shadow. I'll bump Shadow and like shit. Just really just like Shadow. Keep it G.
Oh, for real?
I wouldn't really bump nothing else.
Sounds like you don't like these motherfuckers.
No. Nothing like that. Like, you know, just that fool didn't really sound too much like a homie though.
Shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds a little different. I like Night Owl and Mr. Little One.
Yeah.
That's my cup of tea from San Diego. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Little Rob was also my cup of tea, but like the old Little Rob.
Yeah.
You know, like the Natural High and the Crazy Life.
Yeah, I fuck with Rob. I got a song with Rob too. We shot the Summertime.
Yeah, I heard that song. I listened to that song.
Yeah.
Now, back then, you were only listening to Shadow out of those people, or were you listening to who other Chicano rappers were you listening to?
Just like Khalifa Thugs and shit like that, because they grew up too in the hood. They grew up on Palm Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So just like the influence and shit, OFI.
So all San Diego
like that.
music?
You could say that, dog, but you know, I wasn't, you know, I would bump whatever was in the Xbox drive.
I got you. So no anybody from LA?
Whatever was in there. If there was homies in there, I'll bump it.
What you don't? Yeah, I feel you. Whatever was on LimeWire, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't really like, I don't know, I'll bump a lot of like Moreno music too, for like Bone Thugs, Brother Lynch.
So the old school shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, back then, right? You were talking about 2006 right now? So that's not when you took it serious. That was just you dropping music, right? Like little shit here and there.
Yeah, I dropped like one song.
When you actually took it serious, right? Could you know? Do you remember roughly that time era?
Yeah, that was like 2000 and I want to say probably 2016, 2017.
10 years later, 2017, San Diego rap. Even at that time, who was there?
Yeah, nobody really.
Yeah, I can't recall 2017. Nobody. LA was doing a lot of things in that time.
Yeah.
Mr. Capone, of course, and whatever the fuck he had going on. But as far as San Diego, yeah, I can't recall anybody doing music in that time.
Right.
Did you reach out to anybody at that time to try to get a record or try to get some shit going, or was it just all you?
In the beginning, it was just all me. I'm gonna keep it G way. It was just me way, and then like I was just doing my shit, and that's the best way to do it, is when you're just doing your shit. You don't give a fuck about nobody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait, like you don't look. You're not looking at nobody. Music, you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it easier like that.
To be focused.
Yeah, and then you get lost in your own thoughts and your own lyrics. You put your own shit, down and shit like that. Like it just makes shit more like heartfelt and more real. I wasn't really looking for no features and shit like that. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like if people are gonna feel what I'm saying, they're gonna feel what I'm saying from the get.
A lot of people do reach out though when they see the hard work. Were you heavy on social media and shit like that?
Yeah, I was all right. Though. Like, it's just that at the time, shit like that didn't make sense to me to get a feature. Like I think my first feature, honestly, keep it G, was Mitchie Slick.
Was that the video that I watched? There's a video. What's the video called?
From Dago.
Oh yeah, DAGO. Yeah, was that the one?
Yeah, probably that one.
So all those videos I saw, because I had to do my homework. I saw a bunch of videos from 3-4 years ago. All those were right when you started.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the path. Because I seen the video with Yellow Hill.
That's the homie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when you started taking it serious.
A little bit around right there. Yeah.
Now, did anybody reach out to you? Because I know reaching out to somebody is one thing, but people hitting you up like, "Hey, I see your shit. I fuck with you. What's up?"
I think I reached out to most of the people. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to like a lot of the artists and shit like that. Like once I started seeing that it will make sense for me to put people on my album, or like, you know what I mean, to get my streams up and shit like that, or just to broaden my fucking my audience and shit like that. Then that's when I started reaching out to artists. And like I said, I reached out. So I paid Yellow.
Oh, you did?
So, yeah, I paid Yellow. I paid G Perico. But I mean, I got that money back times like 5 already. Times 10 what I paid.
How for the people that don't understand business, how did you get that feature money back?
Well, shit. Like that song that I got with G, Do the Most, that's one of my like biggest streaming songs and shit on Spotify right now.
Okay.
And it's been since I dropped it. And then I mean, just like, just the shows and shit. Everything that I get booked for and shit, the out of town shit, just features and shit like that. Like I made it back because I know like a lot of it has to do with like, records that I put out. So
yeah, and not only that, but creating the buzz around the song, your name, and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Now the bread for these records, I'm pretty sure they didn't come from rap. Were you hustling? Were you doing something where this money was coming from?
I had investors in a couple of my albums, so I had people investing in shit like that, like 10,000. That's like the most I ever had was like a $10,000, $15,000 budget and shit for my album. So.
And that was for the whole works, the album, whatever you can do with that feria.
Right.
So would you, like you said, you receive that feria back in return?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So those that don't understand business, what would you do besides Spotify? What other streams is there that you can, make money besides just Spotify and Apple?
I don't even know, dog. I just know that, like, if you a hustler, you a hustler. You're gonna get it. Like music's done brought a lot of opportunities for me and shit like that with just a bunch of different shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just put a play together. I've been putting this shit together for like the last month and a half for 80,000, and it has nothing to do with me making music, but it has everything to do with it. You know what I mean? And I get 25% of 80,000.
Well, explain. What do you mean?
Oh shit, man. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it yet because it's still in the contract and shit like that. But like, just putting people, you know, where they need to be and shit like that, and just plugging plays in, you know, with the music, or like it's a show, or, you know, say there's sponsorships and shit that a big company's offering, and you know, if you could put one and one together and shit, then you could do it, you know. So
you already found other ways to make money besides music,
right?
Yeah, because a lot of homies, bro, they don't understand the music aspect. They don't understand business. Like, they think that, oh, it's just rap. But there's so many other avenues, bro. Like, you can grow your Instagram to a couple 100,000 subscribers or followers and start selling little ads, you know what I mean? And start making, people live off of that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like $500 ads here. Before you know, you're making 50 grand a fucking every 6 months.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you know, is your Instagram built pretty nice?
I got like 20,000 subscribers and shit.
A lot of motherfuckers get booted off after a while, so you know they have to restart the shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But so they can find you on Instagram, Spotify, Apple, all that shit. Now, as far as your shows, you got like a manager that books your shows and the PR and shit like that.
Nah, it's just all me.
It's all you.
Yeah,
Let motherfuckers know how hard that is, bro. Because I can guarantee you that ain't that easy.
Yeah, you just gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be professional. You gotta wait your turn. A lot of this shit is not about like if you popping and shit. Like, a lot of it has to do with you popping, but a lot of it don't and shit. You know, like a lot of it is built off relationships that you have with people, and like, you know, people, if they're willing to give you an opportunity to you know, to show out. So shit, it's just about being patient, building relationships, and just waiting your turn to you know, to do what you gotta do.
Isn't it harder to do it yourself rather than get a manager? Because when people know that they're speaking to you, they either want to hook up a better price, you know, they want you to do this and that. But when you got a manager, it's like, hey, this is what it is.
Right.
Do you have that problem a lot?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it G and shit. I don't really be selling features. I don't really like doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of like rappers on Instagram, like, oh, you know, tap in. I'm in the studio today doing features, but that shit to me just looks like you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really be doing that shit.
But yeah, I've seen them where motherfuckers are selling ads and shit, like tap in today, $50 this. You know what I mean? I look at it like that too, like, damn, that motherfucker need some rent money today. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, it's a hustle, bro. You got to get your money.
Nah, palabra, you do. We do.
You know
but like, I mean,
if you got the
it's
bread,
the motherfuckers who put it every week, though. This is the only time I'm doing features. Get your features this week, because I ain't doing no more.
I'll wait for next week.
And you see them every
You know
week
what I mean?
doing that shit. So it's like, to me, that's I don't want to look like that.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't give a fuck. I could be on my last dollar for it, and you know what I'm saying? She's gonna be all right with, like, you just gotta just, you know, trust the
process.
Trust whatever you got going on in life and shit. Because at the end of the day, all this shit fake. You know?
Like what?
Just Instagram, all this shit fake. 99% of the shit you see on Instagram and shit ain't real. It's fake. People just post like fake accomplishments and shit like that. People don't really post how they really living, or people don't post what they're really going through. Some people do, you know?
Yeah.
And some people don't, though. Some people just post bullshit. Because you got to remember, at the end of the day, Instagram was built as a tool to market for consumers.
Yeah.
For people, you know, for you to put your product out there for people to grab onto it.
Facts.
You know, but some people just be on the internet on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
fronting, faking.
Yeah, on some weird shit, dog. And then, like, you see them in real life, and motherfuckers ain't really like that.
It's like nowadays, motherfuckers can buy the blue check. You know what I mean? They can buy the blue check for $15. But I've had motherfuckers hit me up, bro, and they want to come up here, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? He got a blue check, and I look, fucking 950 subscribers. I'd be like, what the fuck? And they got a blue check. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I guess so. A lot of motherfuckers be fronting and lying and shit. But a lot of people get away with it, though.
Yeah, until you see them at a show or you see them somewhere and they're not who they say they are, dog. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time, too.
But does that really matter nowadays, though?
I mean, I don't know. You keep it G now. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the end of the day, like, it should matter to yourself. it should matter to yourself, like what you do and shit, who you are and shit. That should mean some shit to yourself. You can't stand if you fake, dog, and you really ain't who you say you are, saying what you are in the music and shit. Then I feel like I don't know, though.
Bro, I was listening to this little white kid today. He sounds like Little Baby. You probably saw his Instagram reels. He sounds like Little Baby, but he looked weird, little white boy with curly hair and shit. And I'd be like, and I was thinking the same shit. I was like, the music's hard, but he's talking about he got a stick and he keep the strap on him, and he's going up to people showing them the music, and I'm like, if he would walk up to me, I'd be like, let me see the stick. Where's it at? You know what I mean? It's just to see, you know. But nowadays, I think that motherfuckers don't care about they don't care about how you look, bro. They just want to see if the music is lit. The music is lit. Back then, it wasn't like that, bro. Back then, bro, you had to come with it. If you were rapping about the gang shit, you had to be with the gang shit. But nowadays, it's like, hey, as long as you got some good music, we could see past all that shit. Do you consider yourself one of those rappers where you live what you rap about, or you're only about the music?
What do you mean, like?
Yeah, so you rap about gang shit. Are you really with the shit, or are you just rapping?
I'm just
music?
rapping. I'm just rapping about everything I've been through. I don't know about nothing else.
Okay, I got you. You know, because like I said, some motherfuckers just rap about shit they've never seen or done.
Yeah.
You know, there's just wolf tickets. You know what I mean? What you got coming up right now? I know you got an album in the works.
Yeah, I got The Streets Is Talking Volume 4 dropping on the 30th of this month. And I'm working on another album right behind it called 1991. And shit, that's it, man. I've been chilling though lately. I've been in the cuts, just dealing with probation, dealing with like, you know, parole and all that crazy stuff that they got people on and shit, and just trying to get this.
Hold on. We'll get to the PO because I got a question about that. But album or mixtape? Because you said volume 4.
So I got my volume 4. That's a mixtape, but I call it a EP. But the 1991 is an album. So it's just the early project that I'm dropping right before my album and shit like that.
Like a prequel. Okay, so
yeah.
who's on that album? Who you got on there?
Nobody, just me.
Just you.
Yeah.
Damn. Who you got production from?
Oh shit, the homie from Amps. And my homie J Beats. That's it, basically. You know, I'm taking it just back to like the basics and shit, like how I like came in hungry and shit with the same people, and it's been crazy because like since my homie died, my homie Calioso, rest in peace, he would do a lot of my artwork, my videos, and all that shit. So this fool passed away like almost 2 years ago on Cinco de Mayo.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, palabra. Yeah, and you know, ever since he kind of went away, and then, you know, shit just been falling apart and shit like that. So it's just me just picking the pieces back up and shit like that and just going forward. But
yeah, because I've heard you shout him out many times.
Yeah.
You know, on the records. You know, so rest in peace to Calioso.
Yeah.
You said PO, bro. I know that's a problem because you were supposed to be up here a couple of weeks ago, and that shit stopped you from coming up here, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that. Is that like PO for like probation, parole? What? How's that shit holding you back from doing what you got to do?
No, that's my probation officer and shit. I just got transferred to a new PO and shit. So
motherfucker, you like 40 with a PO?
That shit crazy. I'm not even 40. I'm like 29. Crazy.
I'm just fucking with you. Nah, I know. I had POs and that shit ain't fun, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta shout out to her, you know. But she they just gave me a new one, so this is her right now, and fucking, you know.
I think POs, bro, probation officers are worse than parole officers.
Yeah, palabra.
Son más culeros, way. Like they're looking for like whatever little thing to fuck with you.
Yeah. Probation. Yeah, it's set up for failure. And like I got a joint suspension too.
Oh,
because I signed for a 3-year joint suspension and shit like that for this case.
So people that don't know what a joint suspension is, let them know.
You basically already sentenced to go to the pen
If you fuck up. So
you're
stealing a candy bar.
Yeah, you're already sentenced. They just put like a suspension on your sentence. But so when I got sentenced and shit, I thought they were sending me to the pen because they said, they said the whole shit when they sentence you, but then they suspended the sentence right there and then.
Yeah.
So that's a suspension. Your joint suspension's already there for you. So basically, your number's already right there for you to go back up. So
yeah. So basically, they give you they tell you 5 years in the pen, right? But they let you go home. So if you fuck up any kind of way, whether it's a jaywalk, whether it's stealing a candy bar, you don't need, you'll go back for whatever they sentence you to. Straight time. A lot of motherfuckers take that, bro, when they just want to go home. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they might sentence you to like 2.5 years, you know, with halftime or 5 years joint suspension. And motherfuckers will be like, fuck that, give me the 5 years joint suspension. So it is what it is. So PO still fucking with you. I tell people all the time, listen, the scariest shit in the world is this, bro. When you get a call from the PO that she wants to see you. That's the scary shit, bro. You don't know what you're going up there for.
Yeah.
Bro, she could be calling you up there for a piss test, to, you know, to fill out a form, or she could be calling you up there to send you to, you know, to the big house.
Yeah.
That's some scary shit, bro.
Yeah,
you ever get that phone call?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't have to get there, you know. But you do have to, like, ask for permission to go places and shit like that.
Yeah, to travel.
To travel. That's some bullshit, you know.
Palabra. Yeah, she's cool, though, man. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the PO.
Hopefully she gets me off of this shit.
You could get off early. You know, there's ways to get off early. It's just got to stay under the radar for a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, but as far as like San Diego and LA, right?
Yeah.
The difference in music, bro. Do you see a big difference in the audience that listens to San Diego music, or do you think now it's just all mixed together?
I feel like it's all mixed.
You think it's all mixed?
Yeah. A lot of my listeners is in LA. That's like my top city is LA on Spotify. My top city is LA, then it's SD.
As far as the Spotify where it tells you where people are watching and listening to?
Yeah, it's LA.
Damn. What's like number 2?
SD.
SD?
Yeah.
But as far as like the music, right? That's where your audience is listening from, right?
Yeah.
But as far as like the sound, bro, do you think the sound is the same?
Like LA and San Diego?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of different kind of artists and shit. We got like different kind of homies and shit making music right now. So it's just like, you know, if you have your fans and shit like that, it don't really matter what the fuck going on, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's just you and your fans and shit, people who really fuck with you. So everything else is like, they don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you, you know?
It used to be, you used to be able to tell like LA rap from San Diego rap before. Like the ones in San Diego would talk a lot in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, the homies in LA, como que no, they don't know too much Spanish. You know what I
But
mean?
you're talking about you're talking about old shit. You're not talking about new shit.
The old shit. The new shit, you can't tell no more.
No, you can't. Yeah.
All the homies sound the same, bro. Like, it's crazy. It just sounds the same shit. You know, if they were to play your music and not tell you where you were, like, hey, not tell that you were from San Diego, they wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it sounds the same. And I think that's dope because, you know, a lot of barriers. Sometimes when you're from LA or from SD, people be like, oh, I don't fuck with SD, so I ain't gonna listen to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a lot of that or not?
I don't even pay attention to that shit.
Fuck it. You know, because I know people that don't fuck with San Diego, and I know people that do.
Yeah.
And I know people that don't fuck with LA and people that do. So, you know, when it comes with the gang shit, some people like to make boundaries, you know?
I remember
put you
back in
a
the day, and shit like that, like, it was like, for some reason, like, I don't know why SD didn't like LA and then LA didn't like SD back then.
There's a lot of beef.
Yeah, but I don't see where the beef is at, though, because in the pen, I got a gang of homies, you know, from LA. Like, you know, like a gang of homies from LA. I can name a homie from almost every hood in LA.
That's too many for
that I know, but palabra though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where like I can name like a lot of people where like, you know, that been my cellies or, you know, I've been in YA with and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Way, but like at the end of the day,
it's like, too far to beef on streets. Like,
but
right?
I mean, what are you beefing over?
Because back then there was all the whole high power versus royalty beef. You know, royalty's from San Diego, right?
Yeah. I think he's from SD. I don't even know where barrio he's from. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's to go to show you that. You know what I'm saying?
But he had a lot of artists that were from. I think Khalifa Thugs were on this shit.
Yeah.
You know, so they had a whole beef.
I'm way after that though. Fuck all that shit. I don't care about that shit. Like I don't care about it. But it's just like them fools had their time and shit like that.
It's over.
That shit. You know what I'm saying? Way like that's just a rap. You know, they had their time and they really had it. They really had their time, dog. Like, you know, shout out to them and everything. But, you know, the whole low profile and, you know, the whole shit. But
and it's not like it used to be. Before, there used to be gatekeepers of rap, bro. Like, if you were from San Diego, you had to be from one of those big labels, Chicano rap label.
Yeah.
Not no more, right?
Look at it.
Yeah, now you got the internet and you got your phone. You can make it happen yourself.
Palabra, yup.
You know, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that shit. But before, it was different, bro. Like, you couldn't do a song, or you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to do, but if one of these big labels didn't put you on, you weren't going to be heard.
Right.
Because back then it wasn't really the internet; it was out there passing CDs. You know, were you of that time passing out CDs and shit like that?
I caught like the end of that shit.
Okay.
I caught the end of it. But like a lot of fools were like, you know, I remember like you hear about like rappers and shit, like, you know, getting beat up and shit, like passing out CDs and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of crazy shit.
That's because you're in the wrong hood and shit. You know what I mean? You at the gas station, fool, and you don't know where you're at, and you see an enemy, and vámonos. You know? As far as rap right now, who you working with, or who you want to work with, like new motherfuckers that are out right now?
Shit. Shit. I don't know. Like I just honestly, I'm just working on myself, dog. Like just working on myself and shit. And fuck it. Just trying to do what I do. Trying to get my shit right and shit like that.
Cause right now there's a little wave. You know, there's a little wave of a bunch of new rappers, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna name them. You don't have to name them if you don't want to, but like the ones that I see is like Mr. Criminal. He's an old one, but he's still doing his thing. Right. You got King Lil G. You got Drummer Boy. You got Sad Boy. You got Little Grifo. You got Weirdo. You got a bunch of new rappers, right?
Yeah.
Do you plan to getting on in that mix with them? Because a lot of these people are working together right now, trying to make it bigger. You know, are you on your solo tip, or are you on your let's get together and sing Kumbaya shit?
I'm on my whatever is gonna work for me. You know, like if it makes sense to do a song with somebody and shit, then you know that it's gonna make sense. But I mean, like, you just gotta really look at it like as a business, and the business aspect of this shit. Like, you doing a song with like King Little G or some shit like that. Like, is that really gonna do something for your career? Are you really gonna get some fatty off that shit? Are you really gonna go crazy and go start touring around the United States off that song that you got a feature from? Are you really gonna, you know what I'm saying? Where like if you go and you kick and you dick ride the rest of like what everybody's doing right now like that, if you go dick ride them, are you really gonna be getting fatty at too like them and shit like that? Are you or shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Where like, are you, as long as you getting your money, that's all that really matters and shit like that. But like, I'm not gonna go dick ride somebody else though, just because that's the move, or say they're doing bad because they shut everybody else out for like the last 10 years, and all of a sudden they realize that they need help. Yeah. Because they can't really do it on their own no more like this, so they start reaching out to just a few people who they feel that could prosper their careers to keep themselves going, and that's on them. But like, if you like in the business side of this shit and you know what's up, then you know what's up. If you like on some like fan shit, then you looking at it like on some fan shit, you know what I'm saying? Wait, but like on some real shit, on some G shit, like look what people are doing things. It's chess, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're not doing this shit just because, oh yeah, you know, I like you, I'm trying to put you on. Nah.
But don't you think even if it is that way, because I'm pretty sure you're speaking about King Lil G, right?
I'm talking about just anybody.
Anybody.
Bro. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. But even then, don't you think that's a plan? Like a strategic plan?
Yeah, for them, yeah.
Okay, so why wouldn't you want to do the same, but for you?
Yeah,
so if motherfucker want to use you, let me do the same in return.
Well, I'm not tripping on no music money though.
Yeah,
that's the thing with me. I'm not really tripping like that. The music money, like, it's cool. It feels good.
Okay,
it feels good and shit like that. But I mean, like, you know.
So what's your main focus right now? If it ain't music money, what is it?
Now, I mean, I'm not saying that my focus is not money, because money makes the world go round. At the end of the day, it's we all got bills, we all got shit, we all got credit, we all got, you know what I'm saying? Wait, but like, facts. I'm saying though, like, let's just keep it G. How many motherfuckers are really making 5 to 10 bands a month off of music?
There's got to be but a small amount.
It's a handful. It's only a handful of us.
Yeah. But isn't it the plan to do a record with some artist that's got bigger numbers than you, just to be able to grab their audience, or to have their audience view you?
I mean, everybody already knows. I'm pretty sure everybody who's this fool's audience or this fool's audience, they already done heard of me. And they ain't latching onto me because they ain't fucking with me, then they ain't fucking with me.
Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people use that technique of, let me do a song with this fool, and then his fan base will see me and come fuck with me.
Yeah, but that's at the end of the day, that's not real shit.
or it's not organic.
It's not organic neither. But at the same time, it's like, you know, like I said, I don't paid for features before. But trust me, the features that I paid for, I made sure that the record made sense. I made sure that it wasn't on no goofy shit. I made sure that the shit that, like, Little Rob, he didn't charge me $0, dog. Little Rob did this shit for free.
That's rare.
For free, dog.
That's rare.
For free. And I know motherfuckers who that people hit me up all the time and shit like, hey, fool, fucking, I'm trying to get Little Rob on something. Or
It
I'm
ain't
trying
gonna
to do
happen.
I'm just like, damn, dog. Well, hey, you know, get at that fool shit. You know what I'm saying? Way like,
And you know what I saw too? That he put you first on the verse.
yeah.
That's big, bro. Let me tell you why that's
No,
big.
well, it was my song.
Oh, it was your song?
It was my song. I sent him the song.
Okay, because what happens is that when the legendary artist or the bigger artist is first, people will listen to it and get off.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna listen to the rest. And so when you're first, they got to listen to you whether they like you or not. So that was your track?
Yeah, he sent me 2 verses.
Okay.
He sent me 2 verses. He sent me 1 verse one day, and then like 3 days later, he's like, hey, I got another one. Listen to this one. Which one do you like better? And I said, nah, I like the first one that you sent me. Let's just stick to the first one and shit.
So how talk about how you got in the mix with Little Rob, because he's a legend. He doesn't do podcasting, doesn't do interviews. He doesn't even do a lot of features with people, bro. You know, he's big, you know. So how did that happen?
The people who were involved with the album that I was dropping and shit like that, they got a hold of him. And they got a hold of him and they told him the situation and shit like that. And they presented the record to him, and that was it. Then they put me on the phone with this fool. He chopped it up with me for like 30 minutes. He told me he don't fuck with a lot of people. He said that he watched a podcast, as a matter of fact. Like, he watched a podcast where I shout that fool out when they asked me, who do you fuck with from SD? And I told them, like, oh, I fuck with Little Rob. You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely fuck with his music back then, you know? So he said he see the podcast. He said that's the only reason why he was doing the record with me, just because of that podcast that I did with Tony the Wizard or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, radio.
It's because with Little Rob, bro, a lot of people dissed them when they came out. A lot of the Chicano rappers that are now, and even the old ones,
right?
A lot of them fools dissed Little Rob for the fact that back then he never really left outside of SD as far as to do music, right? So a lot of people felt like he never helped nobody. Yeah. He got on and never helped nobody. So a lot of people dissed him. So it sounds like you were one of the few that never went that route.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to get clout off of this man.
Right.
So he saw the organic in you, like showing them love.
Right.
So that must have been a big move, bro. How did that record do?
It didn't do too great because the people who ended up doing the album deal with me, they ended up we had a fallout because of some fucking some little hater shit they did. The music video was supposed to go on my YouTube channel to help my YouTube channel grow, but at the end of that shit, they ended up fucking threatening my video man with the lawyer. The lawyer called my video man and they told him like we're gonna fucking sue you for breaching contract and shit like that if you don't give us this video when it's done. So the video, I didn't get the video footage when it was done, but I had a verbal with the company.
Yeah, but
I had a verbal.
don't count.
Yeah, but on some G shit, it don't count. But like I thought that fool was on some G shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where we had the fallout. So there was no love behind the record except me and Rob. So me and Rob, it was cool with me and Rob, but the people behind the record, I had a fallout with them, so they didn't push the record how it was supposed to get pushed.
Yeah.
Ended up only getting like 200K views, some bullshit like that.
It should have been in the millions, right?
It should have been. I mean, it should have been what it was gonna do with. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I lived it. I learned, you know, from what happened and shit like that.
Wait,
you know
I'm reading right here in the comments. You're talking about Kelmex Music Group?
Something like that. I don't even remember.
We ain't trying to give him no clout. All right. Does you still fuck with Little Rob right now? You still talk to him?
I mean, I don't really chop it up with that fool like that.
It
You
was
know
just
what I'm
like,
saying?
oh,
Just like a little 2-time, 3-time little conversations and shit like that.
Yeah,
And
but
then
I'm sure.
I had to fly him down. So I did kind of pay a little bit because he was just like, look out for my plane ticket to come down here to shoot the video. And I said, I'll get you your plane ticket. And even then, he was trying to tell me, like, I think I got points on my Southwest on trip. But I told that fool, no, don't trip. I'll get you the ticket. So I flew him in and out the same day.
showing love. Yeah. Doing what you're supposed to do, you know? So I'm pretty sure he still sees you as, you know, one of the homies, regardless, even if you don't talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all love, bro. So shout out to Mr. Little Rock.
Yeah.
You know. Oh shit. All right, check this out. We're gonna take a small break real quick. We're going to take a small break and be back in about 5 minutes.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
right, check this out. We're back in the building. You guys already know Haters Only Podcast, episode 12. Little Grifo in the motherfucking building, SD to LA. Let me know if you guys can hear us loud and clear so we'll go live. That was the longest 5 minutes of a motherfucker's life, huh? But you know, we doing what we do. Just chilling in the back with the homies. Getting it in. But here we go, live in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. There we go. Hey, here is different, bro. Here at the Hater World is different. It's not like your ordinary podcast, shit fucks up, audio goes away, motherfuckers talking shit in the chat. We take a 5-minute smoke break, turns into a 30-minute kickback. It's a little bit different if you haven't noticed. But motherfuckers love it. And this is the second part of the podcast. So right here, things are different. This is when we get into all the rumors, so-called beef, drama, all the extra shit. And we're going to start off with this one, and only because the boy was here a couple of days ago, right? We had Sad Boy Loco in the building on Friday, and people in the chat were telling me, hey, homie, why the fuck you booking these two vatos back to back? And I'm like, well, what the fuck's the problem? Supposedly, you two fools got beef.
I just said what I said when I said it. I said what I said, and that was it. I had a show with him in Idaho. Shit, and we got at each other and shit in the back. Shit, that was it.
That's it?
Yep, that was it.
Nothing you want to add to that?
Nah, we're going to leave it at that.
Shout out to Sad Boy Loco. Another one that's pretty big out there and motherfuckers are asking in the chat is, what's up with Little Weirdo? You're gonna have to tell me and put me up on game because I don't know. I saw a video that people were sending me of you guys going back and forth. What's up with that?
Yeah, we gonna leave that shit alone too, dog. You know what I'm saying? Way like if you from SD, if you from the town and shit, way like you know what's up and shit like that. But if you ain't, and it's just
Well, the fans don't know, so yeah. maybe they wanna be put up on game.
Yeah. It's just, what I'm saying, wait, I ain't even gonna speak on that shit like that. We're just gonna let shit play out.
We're gonna just let it be?
Yeah, dog, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck it, just let it be. So motherfuckers that are asking that question, there you go. If whatever's meant to happen is gonna happen. You can't stop what's meant to happen. Fuck it. Other than that,
what's it talking about though?
You could read some of the messages. You could read some of the comments there, and maybe if you want to interact with these motherfuckers, some of them are trolls, some of them are the real deal fans, or subscribers, But it is what it is. But other than that, bro, let's talk about a little bit about these videos you did. I saw a video you did with Stalker Loco, and he's sort of a legend in San Diego.
Yeah, it's the homie.
Right? You guys from the same area?
Yeah, he's from the south. He's from like the west side. I'm from the south side, but he's like neighbors and shit, though.
Talk a little bit about that, because I also don't see him doing music without like people outside of SD.
Well, shit, Stalker's just Stalker, Like, that fool's the homie and shit. Fucking when we first linked up and shit back then, I just knew his name and shit like on some street shit, fool. That fool's a real homie. And I just told that fool, what's up, fool, let's do some shit. So we did some shit. We did a song called Welcome to SD.
There's a few. There's more than one.
Mm-hmm. We did a song called Welcome to SD. That shit did good numbers for us. That shit did good, A lot of people were fucking with that shit. And actually right now we're working on a 6-7 track album. So we working on that shit right now. So that's gonna be crazy and shit. But I did another song with him and the homie, rest in peace, Little Travieso and shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that song right there, at the time, Little Travi, that fool was just doing the most and shit. That fool was gonna get locked up and all kinds of crazy shit. So that fool was just trying to fucking, get a lot of work and done and shit like that. So that fool's like, hey, fucking, I sang him the song. It was me and Stalker on it. And fucking Travi's just like, yeah, I fuck with it, fool. I'm gonna get on that shit. He sent it back the same day. So fucking, I told that fool, what's up, fool? Come to Cali.
Yeah.
They shoot the video. That fool's like, I can't go down there right now, some shit. So he's like, I'll just shoot my part over here. And so I was like, all right. He shot his part over there. Then he shot over the footage and shit.
Now, the people that don't know Little Travieso, that's the dude that's from, he's from, where's he from?
Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah, that's the young homie that's from Colorado that passed away. Rest in peace. But it looks like he was with the business, huh?
I mean, I can't speak on him like, street shit, but he was cool. He was cool. He was a homie. He was cool.
And as far as that, but he was also with the music shit. He was popping.
Nah, yeah, that fool was doing this shit.
He was doing his thing. He was all out there. I did see a bunch of tracks with him, and I did see the music video, but you guys were not together, huh?
Yeah.
He sent his part out here.
Yeah. And I told that fool, like, the reason why that fool wasn't looking at the camera in his part,
yeah,
it's because I told this fool, like, hey, fool, don't look at the camera when you rap, fool. Just, like, act like you're not looking. But this fool took it literally, and this fool, the whole video, this fool looked at the camera.
Away?
He looked at the camera, like, one time, fool, but that fool just did that shit like that, so.
Yeah, he was looking at the wall, fool. Yeah, I seen him looking, and I was like, why the fuck is this fool not looking at the actual camera? But there's a lot of homies that are, like, camera shy. You know what I mean?
Nah, I meant to tell this fool, like, get A-roll and B-roll. But the B-roll, make it to where you're not looking at the camera. Yeah, but I didn't tell him that shit. I just said, don't look at the camera in some of the scenes. And this fool just didn't look at the camera at all.
That's so when you edit, right? For people that don't know what A-roll and B-roll is, let them know. It's just a little bit of put them up on game.
It's just two different shots. Shit, like, like B-roll, I think it's like you acted out or some shit like that.
Like the extras and shit.
And A-roll is just, like you going dead ass at the camera.
Facts. Is there anything you want to say? Anything that I haven't spoke about? We're gonna take some phone calls right now, so motherfuckers get ready. We're gonna take some phone calls. But is there anything you wanna say that I haven't mentioned? Anything you want to talk about? Any upcoming shows and shit like that?
I'm doing July 29th, Scottsdale, Arizona, Lowrider Super Show. August 5th, Portland, Oregon. I'm gonna be out there with the Majestics. And the Las Vegas Super Show still in the works, but I think I'll be there with my boy Yellow and Jay Worthy. So
right now, what's in your playlist right now, bro? Like, what are you bumping right now? Who are you listening to? It don't have to be just Spanish or Mexican rap, Chicano rap. But like in totality, what's in your playlist?
Fuerza Regida, fucking a lot of my new shit that's not out yet, and shit, just that.
So you listen to a lot of corridos?
Yeah, I bump corridos, yeah.
The old shit or the new shit?
Old shit mostly, but new shit too sometimes. It just gotta,
Because Regida is
new shit, yeah.
They're the new shit.
Yeah, it's new shit. But yeah, I fuck with all that shit with, like, fucking, fucking El Comandor, all that shit, dog. Like, fucking, fucking, all the old shit, fool. All the old shit. The gangster ass corridos, the old shit.
I saw the video with Mitchie Slick, right? And it had a corrido at the beginning, and I'm like, what the fuck, am I on the right channel?
Yeah,
What the fuck was that about?
That shit just hit 1 million like a couple of days ago.
Why did you do it that way? What was the idea behind that? Putting the live banda in the beginning and then doing the actual rap video after.
Well, we were throwing like a little kickback and shit, like a little carne asada and shit at the homies pad. So we just had the banda there. Not the banda, but we had like the norteño there.
Norteño, yes.
Yeah, we had the norteño there just bumping and shit, fool, just playing music for us, way, just on some G shit way.
Yeah.
While we were chilling. So the homie just thought like, oh, we should put that shit in the beginning of the video. And we just put it on there, you know what I'm saying?
So motherfuckers that don't know, banda is different from norteño. It's two different types of fucking sounds. And was Mitchie Slick there at the carne asada?
Yeah, that fool was there.
So talk a little bit about how, because right now there's a lot of racial tension in LA due to the whole, I don't know if you follow American Cholo or you follow
homie.
That's a homie? Okay.
Yeah, Gil.
So, there's a lot of like tension because of the Whack 100 beef drama bullshit like that, right? Is it like that in San Diego where you got like a lot of black on brown beef, or is it all one love?
Nah, in SD it's love, dog. It's love. There's like, like the homies and shit fuck with the Morenos. Like, it's not like no sad trip shit, dog. Like, like it's love down there. There's not really no controversy like that.
All of San Diego or the most parts?
I mean, yeah, all of SD cool and shit, fool. Like when it comes to like the Morenos and shit, like we're not beefing it with the brothers and shit, way. You know what I'm saying? Like every so often, maybe like some shit happens, like like in a hood or something like that, where they're integrated at, and some shit will happen, and fucking you know, then they take care of it right there within themselves and shit. But like not on no racist shit, like where it's like, you know, like on some fucking like on site and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like out here, yeah. In LA, there's a lot of that. There's
Serio?
a lot of that segregation,
Yeah.
bro. You know, did you watch that whole American Cholo and Whack 100 beef?
I don't even take Whack 100 serious, dog. So, you know, I met that fool one time. I knew that fool was racist doing shit. I met that fool at Papa's and Beer. I was opening up for the game. And I remember I did my thing, fool. I did my shit. And then I was walking off the stage and I was going to a little hallway to the back. And I seen the game and I shook that fool's hand. And then fucking, that fool Whack was standing next to him and shit. And fucking, I tried to shake that fool's hand and shit like that. And that fool kind of fucking gave me like a dap. But at the time, I didn't know who he was, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was. This was back like in, I want to say this was already like a cool, like fucking 4 years ago probably and shit, you know what I'm saying? So before Blueface and shit, you know?
Okay.
So yeah, but I knew that fool was racist.
Yeah, so he gave you that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because recently he went over to American Cholo's house, bro, and knocked on the door trying to catch a fade. Yeah. You know, that's the type of shit that you're not supposed to play. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that type of shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know that fool.
So I put you up on game right there.
That fool Gil knocked him out.
Nah, that fool wasn't home. That fool was at work. You know? you done a podcast over there?
Yeah. With the whole, yeah.
Does he give you racist vibes?
The homie?
Yeah.
Nah, Gil, hell nah.
Okay.
The homie's cool as fuck.
There you go. Shout out to American Cholo. Check this out, everybody in the chat. If you want to call in, show me the hater world emojis. Show me the world emojis, the earth. Put them up on the chat, and then we'll start taking phone calls. Meanwhile, that they get all that there, I got this little 5 questionnaire that I ask everybody that comes up here. It's a top 5 favorites, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. You just give me your favorite, all right?
Yeah.
You ready? Your favorite corrido.
Shit. Te voy a hablar de mi pasado. By the fucking, is it the Gemelos? Who is it?
Los Gemelos de Culiacán.
Yeah, it's one of the motherfuckers for.
Favorite rap song.
Shit. Shit. Bone Thugs, fucking, with Tupac.
Thug Love.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite gun.
I seen you as drummer this shit the other day.
Yeah, I ask everybody now.
Nah, I don't got a favorite gun.
Nah, it could be like just something you admire, bro. You know, we ain't trying to incriminate shit. You know, it's just something you admire.
Nah, I'm more like hands-on, like, you know, with like a fierro and shit.
All right, fuck it. We're gonna take it back to the county. You know, filero.
Yeah.
Favorite whip. Favorite car.
Favorite car, old school or new school?
Whatever you like.
Shit. Favorite car. I'm always switching out cars and shit, but you know, shit, I like them all, dog. Shit, I don't discriminate and shit.
You don't got a favorite?
A favorite car?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got no fucking favorite car.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
All right. Last question before we take phone calls. And I haven't seen enough worlds, so motherfuckers in the comments better put up the earth emojis, or we not gonna take phone calls. Other question that I had is, bro, we see you fighting on the internet like fucking crazy. Listen, there was a point in time where we were doing live reactions, right? Like, we would take request reactions, which means that motherfuckers were paying us to watch a video and we would react to it, right?
Yeah.
And there must have been a couple of weeks straight where all they were submitting was Little Grifo fighting, bro. I swear to God, bro. And believe it or not, we used to call you the 2-step.
Yeah.
You know, because every video we were analyzing, you got this little 2-step and punch, 2-step and punch.
Man.
You know, and we saw a bunch of them, bro. What the fuck is going on, my boy? Why are we fighting on video?
I'm gonna keep it G with you because I don't be acting like, you know, like a lot of the videos are old and shit, but I don't act like I'm famous, dog.
Okay.
I don't act like I'm famous, like I'm like in the streets. I don't act like, oh, I can't, you know, I'm not gonna pull up here, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I go about my everyday. So, you know, but if you're filming a video, if you're filming somebody fighting, you're a bitch.
Because these were not you filming, right? These were people filming you.
I mean, shit. Yeah, I guess, I'm not gonna film myself fighting and shit, dog. But like,
And that's how people like this, win, lose, or draw. If you in the trenches, if you in the hood, you know it's gonna happen. You gonna fight, you gonna do this, or you gonna do whatever you gotta do.
yeah,
Like, there's no excuses. So, because some fools were saying, oh, he can't fight, this and that. But it's always the motherfucker that's in the comment that never done shit trying to analyze a motherfucker that's out in the field. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah. But
Always.
man, like, I'm gonna tell you like this, like, shit. Who fights? Nobody fights. Nobody fights no more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Facts. Right
Nobody's gonna link up with you and fight you.
Nah, that's scary right now, though, bro.
Fools are real sensitive. They scared to get hit.
Yeah.
They scared to put their hands on somebody else with. You know what I'm saying? So back then, a lot of them videos were old. It was when I wasn't even popping or nothing. As soon as my first video went a little bit popping and shit like that, that video started coming out the woodworks. And it's just a couple of people, dog. You know what I'm saying? Probably some tweaker ass fools sitting on their mom's couch somewhere in the garage and shit, fool, nothing to do. That's doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to keep it G at the end of the day, if you're doing something productive or you getting money, or even if you have a regular holiday, like a regular 9 to 5, and you go to work every day, you don't got time to be on no fucking Instagram or no YouTube and shit like that.
Facts.
So half of these trolls and shit, they ain't doing shit.
Facts.
They smoking dope.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people on here, bro, that talk a good one, and they got no fucking photo, they ain't got no profile, but yet they know everything. You feel what I'm saying?
They smoking dope.
And it's just like, damn, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But there's one video I saw, and if you can elaborate on it, it was at a video shoot where, you're getting down with some fool. You're getting down with some dude at a video shoot. And I'm like, damn, homie out there working. Because that's your work.
Yeah.
You're out there doing your highlight.
Yeah.
And even at your work, you got to get down with shit like this. So being a G don't stop. There is no, it's 5 p.m., so I'm going to stop being gangster at this time.
I'm going to tell you like this. We could have jumped them that day. That day, I didn't. The homies, we were like 20 deep, 25 deep. We could have jumped that fool and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we did. I told everybody like, hey, let me just get down with this fool.
Yeah.
And I got down with that fool 1-on-1. That's it.
That's dope, bro, because
I could have jumped. We could have jumped.
Yeah.
We could have jumped, could have packed his ass out.
Yep.
Like we didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Even though like they would do it to me, probably they caught me slipping like that.
But you know what the narrative would be if you would have jumped on and be like, oh, Grifo can't fight. He got to jump, motherfuckers. So it's like you just can't win, bro. So respect for handling that. And not only that, bro, but nowadays, everybody got a heater.
Yeah.
Everybody got a heater, bro. Motherfuckers are afraid to fight. And I don't blame them, bro, because, a lot of motherfuckers are sort of older now, and it's like 30 and trying to fight still. You feel what I'm saying? So what do? You pull out the heat.
Only time I fight is like with the homies from the hood. Because you have to.
Because you have to.
That's because you have to get down. You know what I'm saying? But like in the streets, ain't nobody fighting.
Nah, it's different, fool. Like meeting up with a motherfucker, you never know. Meeting up with somebody, you better be careful.
I wouldn't do that shit.
There you go. A lot of motherfuckers be like, let's meet up. Nah, homie, you want to die or something? Because ain't nobody gonna fucking give you a fair one, bro. And if they do, it's rare, homie. Check this out. The phone line is listed above. You can see it is 213-770-7838. Go ahead and call. Motherfuckers that want to get it in, call. You guys already know that we take all the calls, but once a motherfucker gets out of line, we hang up. We're not with all that extra bullshit. So somebody give me a tester real quick because I don't know if my shit's connected. So go ahead and call TheHaterWorld and then let's see if it goes through. Meanwhile, salute to everybody in the chat. I see Round One's in there, SoCal. Jessica's in the building. Miss Lovely is probably in here somewhere. Anybody want to give a shout out to, bro?
Shit, man. Shout out to my whole barrio. Shout out to all the homies from the hood. Shout out to fucking all the homies doing time and shit. Keeping it G, keeping it still blue, keeping it on the main line and shit. Shout out to, TheHaterWorld. Shit. Shout out to everybody watching this shit. Shout out to SD. Shout out to LA, the whole West Coast, IE, the Bay. Wherever you watch it from, shit. Shout out everybody.
You guys already know. Nothing but love. All right, so the lines are open. There was a bunch of people calling in right now, so, call back in. Call back in. Once again, that's 213-770-7838. you know, sometimes this fucking phone acts up and calls come in and we miss them. You know, do you do a lot of freestyles or is all your shit written?
Just depends though.
How do you take us through like you're doing a song, you're doing a record, and you're trying to get it in? How do you go about that? You have to sit there, listen to it. You need to have a fucking bottle, some some herb.
Hell nah.
How does that shit work for you?
Shit, I like to be alone, and I write music with no beat. I can't even listen to the beat and shit like that. You know, I just write like with no beat and shit for. And then,
no beat.
Yeah, and then later on I'll just find the beat and then I'll just put the words in that shit.
Really? You can do that?
Palabra. That's from jail though. Fool, you know, being locked up, you can't hear nothing. So I just used to write in there so much that I got used to writing out here with no beat.
I had a homie like that, fool, but I don't know. I used to always sound like fool. That don't sound right. You sound offbeat.
That's what they say too. A lot of my shit off beat.
All right, let's see if this comes through. Check this out. You're on the Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to?
What's up, Blue Devils? This is Julio G calling from Tecate, Baja California, Mexico.
Damn, salud, bro. ¿Cómo andamos?
Bien, bien, aquí escuchando el podcast, nomás. Estaba esperando para la llamada.
You already know. You got a question for Little Grifo?
Yeah. Got a question for Grifo. I just want to know, hey, Grifo, when you coming down over here to Tecate, you know, Baja California, over here, the next DJ, man?
Shit, man. Whenever, shit.
They gotta book the homie
You know,
first and
down
give him
here?
a bag, right?
What happened? What was that?
You know, been over here in Tecate?
To Tecate? I think that's like on the other side of Campo, you know? Is Campo on the other side?
It's you take the 94 from the Cajon.
Yeah, that's
With
where
the 94,
we pick up.
Tecate.
That's where we pick up the pollos at. Yeah, I haven't been over there, but I passed through.
Yeah. Estaba gonna. No, see, yeah. Pretty much just want to say what's up. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Fuck all the haters right there in the fucking chat. Y pues, sí, la verdad, look at us.
Ahí andamos, homie.
Whenever we want to
Animo.
Have a good one, ya sabes. Go ahead.
Te iba a decir algo más, pero nada.
Go ahead.
Yeah, oh, good. Man. Cool, man. Hey, that song you did with the Yellow Hill.
Yeah.
What's that verse? I believe I wear yellow in LA like the Chargers. Oh shit, man, that shit kind of fucking going, man. Chargers all day, bro.
I'm in LA wearing yellow like a Charger. Some shit.
Okay.
I'm in puro pinche Chargers.
Ahí andamos, compa. Gracias, eh.
All right, man.
All right, later. Hey, I had a question.
Yeah.
You said in one of the songs, don't ask me about the Chargers.
Yeah, don't ask me how I feel about the Chargers.
Don't ask me how I feel about the Chargers. How you feel about the Chargers?
Oh, man.
All right, so look, a bunch of people were calling in. There you go. Yo, you're on the Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to? Oh, they hung up.
They ain't fucking with us.
No, they are. Shit was ringing off the hook right now. Yeah. I have a question, bro. In your music, when you say the Valley, what you talking about?
Shit, I'm talking about the valley where I'm from.
Okay, hold on. Oh, they hung up again.
I'm talking about the valley where I'm from.
Well, I don't want to say it. What valley?
Like Spring Valley or like, you know, where I'm from and shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the valley that's closer to you. Like Riverside?
Nah. The valley over here. No. I'm talking about like this where I'm at and shit way.
Okay, cool.
Wow, I'm always putting it down or something.
Yeah, I always hear it and I'm like, what's he mean by the valley? Because I know he don't mean SGV.
Nah.
You know?
Nah.
I know he don't mean A18. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about SD.
Yo, check this out. You're on the Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to?
Oh, it's cracking. It's SoCal.
SoCal, what's up, my boy?
Yo, homie. Grifo.
See?
Hey, for you mentioned earlier, you don't want a dick ride, homie. I respect the fact you want to stand your ground. But at the same time, dog, you know, staying connected, homie, makes the world go around too. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that.
You just got to be in it to understand, my boy, what's going on and shit like that, you know? I've been with Drummer Boy out of town. I've been with Drummer Boy out of state, fighting securities in the strip club, you know? But motherfuckers don't know that. Just because I don't got a song with him don't mean I don't fuck with that fool like that. You know what I'm saying, way? So it's deeper than rap, you know what I'm saying, way? So It's not about dick riding, dog. It's just about when it's your time with the records. It's just there's a time and place for everything for you, and if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You know.
All right, those who don't know.
Yep.
Respect. Yeah. All right.
Is that it?
That's it, homie.
All right, my boy.
All right,
You
Blue
already know.
Devil, shout out, homie.
Stay up. You already know all love.
Peace out, G.
All right, doggy. Peace out. Damn, they really on you on that one, fool. You know, a lot of motherfuckers are on their peace shit right now, though, bro. They're on their like, let's all be cool and let's all make money.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but
It's
not
cool.
not everybody's with that shit though. You know, there's people that are on their solo tips.
I'm not saying I'm on my solo tip, fool. It's just that like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The only way motherfuckers got up is by being selfish with their shit.
Yeah,
You're only gonna get ahead if you work on yourself.
yeah,
Why am I gonna work on somebody else if I'm nowhere where I want to be at yet?
facts,
And if they don't reach out, then I mean, what do you want me to do?
facts,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
They're only gonna reach out to people who they think is gonna benefit them and shit like that.
True that, bro.
They're not gonna reach out just to anybody.
Yeah, that is true. Yo, Haters Only Podcast. Who we talking to?
Hey, what's up, homie? Tell you, my man said Escondido, California. Hey,
From where?
760.
Escondido.
Oh, Escondido. Salute.
Escondido, 760. Hey, shout out to my boy, Little Grifo, homie, Paul Radley, FH.
That's right, fool.
Fuck the haters. Fuck the haters. Homie,
Haters make the world go round.
Right. Homie, FH, homie.
That's right. Where you from?
Nah, FH, so fuck the haters, bro. So,
That's
you
right.
already know, baby.
Yep.
Hey,
Hey,
much love, Little Grifo. Just want to tap in, bro. Hey, just let me know. I mean, fuck haters.
that's right, fool. Hell yeah.
Damn, I feel like he's dissing me. Wow, was that a fucking damn, motherfuckers keep calling and hanging up. Come on now. Was that a sneak diss? Was that a sneak diss?
Trying to sneak this you.
You know, motherfuckers funny, fool, because my alarm be like, wake up, haters, 7 a.m. You know. What the fuck were we talking about? I had something in the back of my mind right now. Yeah, when we're talking about the collabing, you know, when it's time, bro. Because there is a lot of motherfuckers, bro, that will only reach out if it's beneficial. That's what you want to say.
Well, that's what it is. That's the game.
Nomás si les conviene,
That's the
right?
game, though. That's the game right now. Why you think?
Let's answer this one. Hey, yo, whoever's calling from Arizona, motherfucker keeps clicking. So make sure you just let it ring. Yo, Haters Only Podcast. Who we talking to?
Es el jefe de jefe from Eastside San Diego.
Shout out to
San
the
Diego.
East.
What's going on? But hey, I got a question for both of you guys. You know, shout out to Lil Grifo. Shout out to Haters World. But I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
Do you guys feel like money makes you real?
Come on.
Can you like people talk like a lot about money?
You from
All this money,
you from
money,
East
like,
Side?
do you think money makes
Hold
you
on.
real?
You from East Side?
What's that?
You from East Side? Are you from?
No, that's where I grew up. I'm from East Side. That's my area.
Okay, you from East Side. You still live in East Side?
Yes, sir.
You still live in East Side? How old are you?
Oh, I'm 41.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're outside like that. Okay, never mind, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you like this. You ever see me in the East Side?
Yeah, I seen you on Adams Avenue. We took a fleek out, remember?
Damn. Nah, boy. You what was
It's
it?
been a minute though.
Okay. Was it in front of a taco shop?
Nah, it was that 7-Eleven on Adams Avenue.
I remember you. You had the big ass dogs and shit.
Yeah.
Damn,
yeah,
for you in the
that's
ghetto.
Yeah, them motherfuckers over there gonna bite me and shit.
it.
What's up with it?
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Now cause I've been seeing a lot of people that been posting like, not you, but other people. This is an outside of the box question. Like, do you guys feel like money makes you real, or can you be a fake ass motherfucker with money? Like, can you be a weenie with bread, like a corn dog, like Lil Queerdo? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people think that money, they like, they're automatically labeled as they are real. They real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you
Listen,
guys
there's
feel
a lot
about
of fake motherfuckers with money, bro, and there's a lot of real motherfuckers with no money. You know, money only allows you to do what you couldn't do without money. You know, there's a lot of fake motherfuckers. Put it to you like this: 6ix9ine, fake motherfucker with money. You feel what I'm saying? It don't make you real.
Right.
It don't make you real
Right. Hella. Yeah.
unless you
no, I
feel
just
different.
wanted
You
to-
feel
I
different?
wanted to make sure. Now I feel the same. I'm gonna make sure everybody's on the same page and on this subject. You know what I'm saying? Because like I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, popping that shit like all this money shit like online or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Rappers or whatever, and it's like that's the new real now or what? Like I'm confused. I'm trying to figure what's going on now. Like I know everything's watered down now and like it's not the same. But like I be trying to understand the youngsters. I be trying to understand their ways or like the way they move. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still out here, so I run it. I'm all the time. I see youngsters. I'm on Adams every day. I'm in East Dago every day. So like, you know what I'm saying? Grifo knows where that area is at. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just trying to understand the new wave. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to
I got you, bro.
ask you guys about that.
I got you, my boy. All right, stay up. We're gonna take the next call.
Hey, you hear me though, fool?
All right.
¿Qué onda?
I was gonna say, fool, like you seen the show they recently did?
Who?
The show they just did in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody they put in position to be in that show with them.
What do you mean?
Everybody they put for the lineup.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a lineup. It was just bringing them out for 1-2 songs, right?
Yeah, it was King Lil G, Criminal, Drummer, and I don't know who else. Yo, Haters Only Podcast, who we talking to? Whoever's calling from Arizona, your shit keeps dropping. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, fool, fuck it. What you think about all that shit though? It's a power play, right?
Yeah, because all those are big names. All of those guys right there, they all have big fan bases.
Right.
You know, so it's beneficial for all three of them. You know, but what do you mean? Am I missing something?
Nah, I'm just saying though, you're gonna put people in position who you want to put in position as a power move though, right?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna put no up and coming artists on that shit.
Yeah, facts. Well, he hasn't worked hard enough. You know, but do you consider yourself an up and coming artist?
Yeah.
Yo, you're on the Haters Only Podcast. Talk to us.
Yo, Blue Devil, what's up, my boy?
What's up?
Yo,
Who's
no
this?
Grifo, what's going on, my boy?
What's the deal?
Hey, my boy, this is Lester Monkey from Anaheim.
Salute to Anaheim.
Hey, my boy, I keep calling every single time that you have a guest up. I called for Sad Boy, and I'm calling up for Lil Grifo too, my boy. You know,
Homie, you're naming the end. You're
one
naming
day
the ops.
The what?
No, bro, keep going.
Nah, I said that one day I'm gonna be on your show, my boy.
All you gotta do is work hard.
Shit, I'm gonna be there one day, bro. Just watch me.
Yeah, I know. You know, we need somebody in the back to sweep, my boy.
Nah. Not that, bro. Shit, I'll be security for you.
That works.
We got enough gangsters in the house. Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, that's what's up, my boy. Take care.
All right, you too, my boy. Stay up.
People be in the comments, but they ain't calling.
Yeah, no, it's weird. You know, maybe motherfuckers don't like you, fool.
Shit, it's the same shit.
You still make the money, so it don't matter. You were saying that you're not an up and coming artist, bro.
I feel like I'm up and coming, fool. I feel like I haven't hit my peak yet. I haven't even hit my peak. I'm nowhere near hitting my peak, fool. I haven't even felt like I've been, you feel me, halfway where I need to be and shit like that.
That's good to feel that way. That's dope, right? To know that you still haven't got there. But up and coming is barely motherfuckers that ain't got, like, it's their first year in and they're barely trying. You're more of an established artist that just hasn't reached the potential you could reach.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So maybe that's the wrong way to look at things, bro. You know, maybe you should you know what, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but maybe swallow the pride, fool, and maybe hit somebody up and be like, hey, you know, let's take this one. This one's the one for Arizona. Mira. God, you know what? It ain't meant for you, my boy. Whoever's coming from Arizona, it ain't meant for you. Maybe you gotta swallow that pride and just be like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna reach out, see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, shit.
Cause I was like that too, bro. I wouldn't want to reach out to nobody, and for what? But that's how you grow. You know what I mean?
What you think a King Little G feature gonna do for me? What you think? Hold on. What you think a criminal feature gonna do for me?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. If you don't try, you already gave up. What if that's the track you need, and you don't know
That
yet?
track I need for what though?
To expand.
Expand where? What you talking about?
Yo, you're on the Haters Only podcast. That's the Arizona guy.
What do you mean by that? Expand to what though?
Because you're in the business of trying to blow up, right?
Yeah, but you either got it or you don't. You're gonna work on your own craft, so where they need you, you don't need somebody. Work on yourself till people need you.
True. I mean that's true.
Work on yourself.
That's
if you real, you really have real shit to say, real shit movement and shit like that. Keep working on your own shit.
Let's take this one. Yo, Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to?
Hey, man, you talking to Grumpy.
Who?
Grumpy.
What's up, bro? How we doing?
I'm good, bro. I was having your show over here in Mexico, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a lot of homies over here, ever since you came out, we checking you out, man, and we're feeling your show, man. Keeping it real, you get to the point. You cut the chit chat and just get to the topic. And we appreciate that, man. We got homies from San Diego, from LA, from all over. We're all over here deported, man.
Damn. Salute to everybody out there, bro.
Everybody, that shit's real. Third world country.
Facts.
Yeah, man. I just want to give a little shout out to your program, man, and let you know that we on top of it, man, and we appreciate the message, man.
Salute, bro. Thank you for watching.
All right. Take care, bro.
You too, my boy. Stay up. I feel you on that. Like, I feel you on the point where it's like, I'm going to do me and I'm going to do what I have to do, right? But I think that maybe sometimes in the game, bro, you gotta eat that pride up and just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to see if this works. Here we go. Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to?
All right, then, my boy. It's me, Lester. Right now, I'm watching the clip, and hold on. I have a question for Lil Grifo.
Go ahead.
All right, then. So right now, I'm watching the podcast live, and you asked
there's no other way to watch it.
No, hold on. I know, but I'm like, he said something about a feature of Mr. Criminal. He said that feature wouldn't get him nowhere. He said something like that.
Okay, the question is?
Yeah, shout out to those $5.
Yeah, like, my thing is that a feature from Mr. Criminal will like help out his career, don't you think?
Ask him. Don't ask me.
Nah, man, it's not gonna help.
Well, that's why.
It's not gonna help out my career. Hey, but check this out though. To everybody on the chat watching right now, hey, I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna do something for you really quick, fool. Check it out.
Let me know.
The first 5 people.
Talk to me.
Nah, I'm not talking to the homie that's on the phone.
All right, cool.
Cut him off really.
All right, fool. We'll talk to you later, Lester.
Hey, look, check it out. The first 5 people who drop, let's just say, pick a number from 1 to 50.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Do I have to say it?
Yeah, just pick a number. Yeah.
Right. Say the number.
Yeah.
1 to 50, 20.
All right. The first 5 people who drop $20 right now on the live and shit like that, I'm gonna send you a street made package, $100 street made package. You know what I'm saying? So it could come with like shirts, sweaters, hats, whatever. So if you want to take the opportunity, the first 5 people who drop $20, I'm gonna send you guys a $100 package. You know what I'm saying? That's
there you
palabra.
go. Oceanside, let's pick this up. All right, you're on the Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to? Motherfuckers don't know how to fucking not hang up. No, but listen, bro, I get you, bro. Listen, I get you. It's just not your thing, you know? And it is what it is. You can't.
It's not that it's not my thing, fool. Just keep it G. If
Yeah.
I do a song with Criminal or say King Little G or whatever, what's it gonna get me?
All it could really do for you is, like I said, exposure. You know,
You don't
because
think
it's a bigger
you don't
artist
think
than
people
you.
all right, but you don't think people who bump Criminal already bump me?
For the most part, yeah, fool. But there is fan bases that are not fully like. Okay, so to me, it's podcasting game, right? You would think that the people that watch, say, the homie Hoodstocks, already know about me, but there's a lot of people that don't.
Who's that?
It's just you want me to the people calling. We'll answer them from now on. So it's always good to try to expand a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You know what I mean? So it's always good. Either that or just keep grinding.
Keep grinding. I'm hungry.
Just keep grinding.
There you go.
You
That's the first one right there. Look.
Salute to Reaper 818.
Oh yeah, make sure you send the homie address too.
Everybody that was calling in, call in again. Call in. There we go. Check this out. You're on the Haters Only podcast. Who are we talking to? Damn, what is it with motherfuckers? Fool, motherfuckers know how to use a phone nowadays or what? Terry Hesticles. Damn, what a motherfucker. Salute. Gabriel Interno. Check this out. Everybody, make sure you guys DM me, you know, and I know who it is, so don't hit me with no scams and shit. Haters Only podcast. Who we talking to?
It's El Jefe, the Jefe again, bro. Now I was watching. I want to elaborate on something right now that you were telling them about reaching out and all that, man. And then I feel like, my personal opinion, I feel like that's backpedaling, and like you stand on business, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you said what you said, you did what you did, and there's no reason to backpedal and do all this. Your movement is like, I've been seeing you on different podcasts. Like, I've been seeing your movement.
Who you talking to?
The
Grifo?
momentum is going. You don't need that old other shit, bro. So I understand what you're trying to tell this homie about you don't need the feature with King LG. You don't need them features. Your movement is speaking for itself, dog. And I feel like you'll be backpedaling or like not standing on business on how things have been already. You know,
and I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit like, oh, I don't want to do no features with the homies. I'm not saying, oh, I don't want to work with the homies. All I'm saying, I'm saying is when the time is right, it's gonna happen. Right. You know, I'm not gonna go and like reach out. You know, same way, because if they ain't reaching out, then it's obviously not. It's not gonna be a. Oh, I got you. It's gonna be like a. You know, hey, I need like 2,500.
Nah, more than that.
Right.
I mean, how you gonna say more than that? When the homie. Right. When the homie, I'm not gonna put nobody's business out there, but there's established artists out here who, you know, same way, who
do it for free.
Who don't sometimes they'll do it for free. They fuck with you, and they believe in you. But there's other homies out here and other artists. Right. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Way that will you know, charge less than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, stand on business, Jake.
It is what it is. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, keep moving how you've been moving. Don't switch it up, dog. You straight.
All right,
good looking, G.
All right, my boy, stay up.
I was doing.
Hey, motherfuckers do getting wild with the feature money, bro. They go based off of, I think, like the views, and I don't know, bro, because I have heard homies charging 2,500, which is, you know, recent. Damn, for you making everything go hot today.
Yeah.
Check it out. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back. We'll be back.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
All right, check this out. Check this out. Last call. Last call. Haters Only Podcast, episode 12. Little Grifo in the motherfucking building. All right, check this out. We're going to go live in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Dog, I think you're the one that has kept it the most real from everybody that's been up here. Rugged and raw. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and to tell you the truth, it's been it's probably the longest one. Damn. Want to answer this call?
Yeah, let's get it.
Fuck it, let's get it. This fool was calling while we were off, so it's gotta. If it ain't something important, bro, I'm gonna hang the fuck up. Check this out. You're on the Haters Only Podcast. Who we talking to?
Hey, what's up, bro? I called earlier, dog, and it's all love to you, Haters World, bro. Ain't no sneak dissing, bro. You feel me? But you've been doing your things since way back, bro. You know what I mean? Since Murder Squad, homie. I've been watching you shit since way back. Homie, bring back Shady Boy. Free Shady Boy, you feel me?
Salute. Nah, bro, we're just fucking around. Come on, it ain't that serious.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. But shout out to Lil Grifo, little Pop City FH. Homie, let it be known, baby.
All right, my boy, stay up. It's all
That's
good.
right, fool.
All right, homie. Salud.
Salud. Yeah, we're just fucking around, bro. You know, that was the guy that said fuck the haters or whatever. I don't know, bro. I think we spoke about everything. Is there anything that I fucking left out that I didn't mention?
The Streets is Talking Volume 4 on the way out this month, and then
Where can they find it?
Shit, everywhere. On Spotify. What's that shit called? Yeah, Spotify, iTunes, all that shit where music's downloaded, that shit. You know what I'm saying? TSIT Volume 4 on the way.
You want to answer this? Haters Only Podcast. Who we talking to?
Man, this El Jefe again, my boy. This is the most I've ever called.
Take the other call. Take the other call. We're going to take the other call.
Hey, I'm going to take the next call, my boy. Yo, check this out. You're on the Haters Only Podcast.
Hey, TheHaterWorld.
What's up, bro?
From Seattle, Pedro. Keep up what you're doing.
Salute, bro.
Shout out, bro.
All right.
I like what you do and everything, bro.
You got a question for Grifo or what?
They ain't fucking with me.
Nah, it's all love.
Fates.
All right, my boy, stay up. Dog, I think you're just too real for these motherfuckers, bro. You know,
They told me they was going to talk shit. They ain't talking shit, though.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say, you know. Hey, but the numbers don't lie, and that's what's important. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie. All right, cool. We're done with the calls. We're done with the phone calls.
Yep.
And record coming out this month, right? Apple,
yep.
Spotify, all that shit.
TSIT Volume 4 coming out on the 30th of this month. Shit, just follow me on Instagram, Little Grifoso. Shit, new music every whenever I drop it, shit.
What else did we leave out? Did we leave out anything important that you maybe want to? You got an open platform right now to say?
Shit. Nah, fool.
That's it.
Yeah.
You want to go through some of the questions on the chat? You know, sometimes we do that, sometimes we don't. I see a lot of love, Little Grifo, San Diego all day. You know, I see a lot of shit, but most of it's love, a lot of it is hate. But what do you expect from a platform called TheHaterWorld?
I see 1991. With the question mark. 1991. That's the album coming out. So I got TSIT Volume 4. It's a series. The Streets is Talking. The series number 4. It's gonna drop on the 30th, and then it's gonna be followed up by 1991, the album. So that's an album that I got coming right behind it. So
salute, yeah. Everybody check it out. You guys already know Little Grifoso on Instagram, right?
Yeah, Little Grifoso on Instagram.
You already know, and then you guys can find us on the Hater World on Instagram, and then find us on the Hater World bits, Hater World clips now. But other than that, last words. We out this bitch. Anything you want to say?
TSIT Volume 4 on the way.
You already know, Little Grifo in the motherfucking building. Let's get it. We out.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?